Hi Vicky, I'm inside in the warm. Next time I promise you I'll go outside and get myself some sun. Heaven knows I need it. This is the first episode, first week. I'll try not to set the bar too high to begin with because we can only get better. So let's start it. I like Doctor Who, and that's why I have one of these. It's a pen. It's a pen. I got it in Melbourne. I was just in Melbourne, and while it comes with a normal pen ink thing, it also comes with a UV nib, so you can write on stuff and it's invisible until you shine ultraviolet light on it. So I was writing stuff all over Melbourne. So if you happen to have a UV light or one of these, shine it around random places, probably the backs of cubicle doors for messages from me. That was pretty fun. But I like Doctor Who. That's one of the facts about me that you'll learn. I just got back from Melbourne. I went to visit a friend over there, Shandy.
Hello, Vicky.
I crashed at her place. I had a look around Melbourne for a bit. I've only been there once before and I didn't like it very much, probably because it was raining all the time. But this time was a much better experience. I got to see a bit more. It feels very much like Adelaide in that it just does. People might disagree with me, but I've felt very at home there. It has KFC over there, so Fred will be happy. I've lived in Sydney, I've lived on the Gold Coast, I've lived in Adelaide, and sort of Melbourne felt a lot like Adelaide when I was over there. Whether it was the architecture, the roads were all straight lines like in Adelaide. I don't know what it was, but it just felt a lot more like Adelaide, especially the area that I was in. Don't remember what area that was. Shannon's cat
Tony
is very peculiar. One, its mother's been raped by a possum. Could be true, might not be, but I don't know. It's got a possum's tail. But more weird is it has a fondness of water, which I don't think is normal. You can see it trying to put its paws in the water.
what you doing?
It's getting its head under there as much as it can. It's a very peculiar cat. Because Shannon was working the majority of the time, I had to check out places myself, so there was a Pixar exhibition going on there and I checked it out. You weren't allowed to have any cameras or anything inside there, so I'm trying to be very inconspicuous with my camera, you know. I've got a pamphlet in one hand and I'm sort of wrapping the camera in it like some kind of, I don't know. I'm like, oh, it's so obvious. People around me are getting told off every 2.5 seconds. People would come out of the shadows and be like, "You, no cameras!" I'm pointing it at waist level, trying to capture it without anybody noticing. There was this one set up there that I really wanted to get some footage of, and I sort of did, but it's poor. What they had was all these models in different poses on this rotating platform thing, and it would spin and it would get really fast and you couldn't see what's happening, and then they would turn on a strobe light and then it would look like all the people are moving, animated. And that was cool, and I didn't quite do it justice with what I've filmed, but this is the best I could do at 2 attempts. The first time I went in there I didn't even film it, which was a bit stupid. So that was good fun, going to the Pixar thing. You could fill a day doing that, watch some short films, blah blah blah. But yeah, when I landed in Melbourne, I landed at Avalon Airport, and that's not Melbourne. It's literally like an hour drive on a bus from Melbourne. You're landing in the mountains or whatever. It's like I'd landed back in Aldinga and I've had to catch a bus to Melbourne from Aldinga. That's what it felt like. And then, of course, I've got to get a bus back out to Avalon to catch a plane home. So that was Melbourne. 2 thumbs up for Melbourne. What do you reckon? You've been to Melbourne a lot. Do you reckon you'd move there? I think I could move there. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's Monday. I've got to give you a challenge, Vicky. I'm going to give you a choice out of 2 things. The first one being your show done as bearded person. 2 options here for Thursday's show. You can do part or all of the show with a beard. Don't grow one because you're incapable of doing that unless you take some severe hormone things. Beard action. Or your second option is use a lot of big words and tell me the meanings of these words to expand our vocabulary. Vocabulary. So there's your 2 choices. Beards or words. Beards or words. And that's it. Hope that was alright. I'll see you tomorrow.